What's up? What's up? That was just really, really loud. I'm not looking at y'all like that. I was looking at this sound like that. But I'm your nosy neighbor lady. It's your nosy neighbor lady show. My wigs are never slid. They're melted. And y'all know I'm in the county in the hard wig soft life. Include. I am. Girl, I'm trying to give me a type, girl. I do not want nobody to think I'm looking for them. But anyway, well, I'm hard wig and soft life. Oh, the girls brought up a really good point because y'all know y'all was kind of talking to me the other day, and I'm elated. You know I am. I'm still a woman, and I still need black woman validation. Of course, of course. But Miss Tiffany Strawberry came by here. I don't know if she write letters. Don't ask. I don't know. But it's a really cute name. But she went on to say under one of our videos, the one that I just did that y'all kind of liked. I'm glad y'all liked it. You know, I do what I can when I can. I'm trying to be a little mendable and moldable and flexible. I'm more open-minded with how I say things and not just my way or the highway. But she brought up marriage again. And y'all know we got a whole playlist on marriage. And I'm sorry that we always got to come back to marriage. And this hair on me is not going to be working for me. But I got 2 bite pins right here. But what did she say? What she said was, I should have had this ready. Should I read the whole thing? But it is really, they are asking us to deny reality. Let's be honest. We rarely see younger black men with dark-skinned black women. And if he does date her, he'll put her through the ringer for 5 or more years to make her earn the title of wife. Most don't believe we deserve marriage. Period. And I do think that, I always talked about deserve. I think a lot of black women don't think they deserve a lot of things. I don't think we deserve happiness. I don't think we deserve grace. I don't think, even with Risa Tisa, they don't even think she should be that big. It was cool to watch the series when she was a nobody, but the fact that she went on Tamara Hall and Good Morning America, she don't deserve that much clout, whether it's because she's a black woman or because she's plus size. Either way. But I think black women don't believe black women deserve anything, and it's because we don't really think we deserve anything for ourselves. So that's just part of our black woman hatred, just being honest, and she shows up in our life. But then another person, I read a comment, matter of fact, that day when I was on the Paris video, reading them comments, a lady said, I'm married to a black man and I would not recommend it. And I just appreciate her transparency. And then somebody else told me, she was like, no, I was a comment I read somewhere. And they were like, I don't even see young people getting married except for on social media. That's the only place I see black people getting married. And so since I'm a later millennial, I believe, but still I feel like it's a different generation. Even though they have y'all 30 now, I guess y'all are 30, but still millennials. But we still grew up in a different world. I saw many people get married. I did. A girl out of high school, I saw her get married. They're still together now. She goes through some things. I wouldn't want to go through them, and I have a mom and 3 aunts. 2 of my aunts are married. My mom and her other sister is not. I knew some cousins that got married. My one cousin, he married his wife. I've seen marriage. I had another cousin get married, but these are older people, I guess, because even thinking about them, all of them are older than me except for the girl I graduated high school with. But no, my cousins, they got married. My cousins, 2 of my cousins got married, but they're closer to my age, but they're light-skinned too, though. But then I know a lot of light-skinned or dark-skinned women who was just with me and it never went anywhere. And it wasn't a situationship. It was just a long-term relationship. They lived together. They knew they lived together. They knew wasn't nobody going nowhere and wasn't nobody leaving. But I think it's even when we do see marriage with young people or black women, not young, whatever we see, black women, they're most of the times proposing to the man. Remember the girl who had the kids? Proposed to the dad, one of the kids' dads, who been like her boyfriend forever, and I don't feel like that was responsible to bring her kids in there because he can reject her, but why would you let him reject your children to and do a party, but to force and hope and wish somebody lie in front of people or to put them under that pressure, it just gives no self-awareness of your relationship, no awareness of your home, no awareness of who you sleeping in at night. Because you can't tell me that man ain't told her he don't want to get married. And just being honest, black people don't get married. And if they do, even people, I know people was married and after they died, what do people say? Oh, his first wife got everything because they was married. They say marriage is just a piece of paper. I don't believe that. I think if you do a covenant under God, whether I believe in God or not, I believe in life insurance. You hear that more now ever than you ever heard it. Because y'all know I was a Dateline fanatic, but I had to stop watching all this stuff because it was making me think about putting antifreeze and everything. But I just feel like when you hear about marriage, or it's marriage is struggle, marriage is pain, marriage is back and forth, but we come from the least married community in the United States of America. So are there exceptions to every rule? Yes, but do those people be together a long time? And are those men who are married, are those black women? We kind of got to get to a place of reality where we're not gaslighting ourselves. Do we see people online who couples are married, and maybe that's why the black family channels and the black marriage channels or the black relationship channels are so good, and get good money? But really, a lot of times they're a biracial woman with a black guy or a light-skinned woman with a black guy. We don't realize we're saying this and promoting this, but if we really look at what we're looking at and thinking about our thoughts and thinking about what we're watching when we're watching it, instead of just watching as this has nothing to do with me, we need to get up in our algorithm to see what we're watching for ourselves as black women. And what are we pushing and promoting and liking and watching and adoring? Like, it's a little money channel, and usually if you see a dark-skinned lady with a black man who's married, all you think is she could have did better. That's all you be thinking, like, how did he get her? But I just feel like it was just a good point that she brought up. And I think more older people get married. And I don't know if we still live in a world where people get married, but I think we do. Because remember, we just did that Pandora Rain video. And even with Risa Tisa getting married. And at what cost do you want to get married? And is it that important? And I went to my coworker. I talked to her. We became friends. When I used to work at the youth jail place. She was like, oh, everybody's getting married. And I don't know if she was trying to shame me or not, but like I told her, it's because women is leaving these men and they tired. Or she wanted me to be happy. Like I told her, that one man who got married, he was in his 50s. He had been with that woman all her life, and he married her because probably he's finna die, and he know it and want to give her what she want before she died. He died. That man was in his 50s. Then another guy, he was like 30. If I'm 30, so he might be about 33 or something now. He finally married his baby mama. They got a kid, had a kid back then, probably 5, so the kid might be 8 now. He married her. But he cheats on her, She know he cheat. I know he cheat. We was at work. So when you work with somebody, you know them better than you know people in your real life. You see each other every day. So it's just like, ain't nothing wrong with marriage for me. I feel like if y'all do have children, I would want it in the confines of marriage. I wanted my children. I didn't think about it then. But that's the only regret I have, is not having them in the confines of wedlock. Otherwise, I don't have too many regrets. If I really I would have got a blame from black people sooner, for sure. Y'all can like this video, don't, for transparency. But it's just like, nothing wrong with marriage. I think people want to shame and shun marriage, but then it's also like, I don't want marriage. But if you're dealing with a group of men who don't get married anyway, the default setting or your subconscious is going to tell you don't want marriage. Because ain't nobody going to marry you. Because the pool and the gene pool and the pick that you're picking from don't get married. So, like, women who don't want child support because they know he ain't got no money. Same difference. Not that they don't want it. They know they can't get it or think they can't. They can get it. We actually discussed that in the video with the comments. Which was good information. But it's just the same thing. Like, People who say, I don't want no Jordans. I'm not saying y'all should want Jordans or not, but just an example. People like, I don't wear Jordans. I don't want Jordans. It's like, because you can't afford them, but if you had the money, you would buy them. You know what I'm saying? Like that thing. And not saying that you should want Jordans or not want Jordans. Please don't fight me. God. And I don't wear Jordans. I had one pair one time that I found on sale when I used to work at the mall when I was 17, 18. And they was on sale. They was like $30, and they would send them to you through the mail from off the internet. So it's just like, I had some fake ones that I bought at the flea market for work one time. But I just wore them at work and be sliding and slipping and sliding. Ain't no real grip or nothing on the shoes. Yeah. Anyway, oh girl. Anyway, memories. But I just feel like with marriage and black women, y'all know my case is always the same. If y'all really want marriage in a family, I don't think y'all should want it from the men who don't get married. We'll just say it like that. I think that's a waste of time. But if you get lucky and you feel like it's lucky and you found a unicorn who wants to be with you, if you making money and he not, down the road, that's gonna hurt you. You know, if you have kids and find out he have other kids or outside children or cheating, I just think the heartbreak, not saying the other men can't do XYZ, because y'all always say, oh, this man do that. Yes, but even with them crying about child support, if you have kids, and then people talk about alimony, black women don't get alimony. They don't have money. A man have to work a job, even if it's at the post office. He have to work a job for you to get alimony. Like, you all kind of, that's why it kind of gets on my nerves that you all identify with other races of women so much, and it kind of baffles me when their story is not your story, but you all relate to them as if it is. And even with the new dating advice, and you know, when we're clipping TikToks, and you know, some stories that are other races of women's stories teach great lessons. I'm not going to front on that, but do a black woman creator and me feel like black women should cover black women's stories? Yes, because a lot of times black women say it, only the other races women go viral. And just as a creator, are you willing to seek through? But then some of them do have valuable stories and valuable content. But I think black women have to keep in mind that you're not picking from the dating pool that they are. Even other races of women, they date outside their race. White women date outside their race, not just black guys. Latino women date outside their race, not just Hispanic Latino guys. Like, y'all don't know how much you all are limiting yourself. Like Asian women, you know, they date outside their race. But I think that, but if you've been single forever or you're not, do you really want marriage or you're not? Do you saying you don't because people saying they don't, like, but if you know you're not going to get it from the type of people you're carrying on with or being with or mating with or dating with or situationship with, that time is adding up. And I think that you all should get more intentional with your dating. Even this year, even I took my kids out, and my one boy kind of clown, but it's just like giving me opportunity. Like, that's perfect, because now I can get back to me. I have to get outside. It's gonna be weird with me by myself or dating or figuring out how I date now in this new world. It's gonna be weird for sure, because anything new is weird and hard. Anything new. But do I want marriage? No, but I'm not saying that y'all should not. I think as a young woman, if you know you want a family, you know, I think that you should seek that. But they intentionally. Don't go in lying saying, oh, I want a friend, because you know he want a friend, so you want him to like you for wanting a friend. You say, yeah, I want to date you, but really my end goal is marriage. Put it out in the atmosphere. Put it in the air. Some people say, voice it, vocalize it. Don't be ashamed. And don't let people shame you. Even when women say they don't want marriage. Even CNG, when she did her interview, she said she'll be 40. By 40, you know that what you want. I'm 21 and a half, but y'all know I'm not. I'm in my late 30s. So, but do I want marriage? It defeats the purpose. My kids already grown. If some 50, 68, we see women on Kendra. I'm 68, I still want to get married. And the numbers actually say that people who get married and get divorced, they are more likely to get married again. People who've been married before. Because they know how to work together and cohabitate with people. Marriage is compromise and cohabitating. Do I want to cohabitate and have somebody around me 24/7? No. But have I felt like that before? I grew up seeing people married. I just didn't have that yearning in me. And I'm glad I didn't. And I was in relationships with all my kids' dads. But either they wasn't the one I wanted to marry or whatever. And like I always tell y'all, my first kid dad, let's get married, let's get married. I was like, no, 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 no. Then when I got pregnant, and my mom was like, well, see if you want to marry you. You're pregnant now, so maybe. And I said, do you want to get married now? He said no. And then I left. And that was the end of that relationship. So I left. Because wasn't no point, nothing else we could do after that. After you have a kid, ain't nothing you could do but get married. And if it ain't marriage, it ain't nothing else. Mother, kid, dad, my real neighbors know. He kept talking about marriage, marriage, marriage. I kept saying, what are we start talking about marriage for? We just met. What you talking about? Then he said, well, really, I'm married already. I said, well, you wasn't really trying to marry me. You just wanted to tell me you were married already. You wasn't thinking about marriage with me. You was already married. And he got married when he was young. Never got a divorce. I think that girl died. They were still married. Well, I know she died. I think they were still married when they died. So R.I.P. The girl died. I know y'all be like, this bitch just get up like we just. But it's just like, whatever you want for your life as a black woman, I think we live in a time where you can get it. It's just, where are you looking? What are you seeking for? And where are you looking? I think that's a big thing and a big deal. I knew people, my sister got married. You know, I knew people, but she's light-skinned too, though. So if you're looking for a Burger King and marriage, I think that number one question is he married already, kind of? I seen a lot of people who was like my mom's friends and neighbors and stuff. I seen a lot of people who was with people and the man died and they mama come get everything because they had, or their first wife come get it. He be like, they've been together forever. I didn't know he had a first wife. Yeah. This is the black community. We don't have family structures. So, I just hope y'all like the video. Some people be tired of hearing about marriage. Some people don't. I think that black women need to come to grips with whatever they feel. And it's okay to change your mind or feel different. You might meet somebody and feel different. You might not meet somebody and feel different. You might don't want to cohabitate. You might just want to shack up. I've never been a good shacker, but I shacked up when I was young. So maybe that's why I don't like being around men all the time now anyway. But my mom was single, so I saw it in my life. My mom didn't bring a lot of guys in and out of our house and stuff like that. Like, I didn't have that type of mom. And if somebody did come over our house, we knew that was, you know how older people play cards and drink and stuff and talk and laugh, and you couldn't be in grown people business or look in grown people's mouth or listen to what they say or not contribute nothing to their conversation, which is the right way for me, that I think people need home training, but who am I? I'm not the black community, so I don't run nothing. But I just think if you know you're with somebody and y'all gonna be together for 13 and 18 and 15 years, and you know you ain't going nowhere and he ain't going nowhere, and you're gonna keep letting him come back or whatever y'all situation, go on, get married. I think that's a legit reason. Whether it sounds stupid to some people don't get married because they don't want to mess up their food stamp assistance. Or they, you know, I know many people married still get it. They just don't put the guy on there. So I don't know what y'all should do. I'm not telling y'all do nothing illegal. I'm just talking. You know, we just talking. I'm just your nosy neighbor lady. You know, ghettoology, hoodology, trapology. So we got to talk real. But I'll see you on the flip side. On dip side, stay beautiful, wonderfully you. You know, do your thing, the best way you know how. And we're backing you up and we're supporting you. And just stay beautiful and wonderful and innovative and creative. All right, bye.